it was all Jap influences and Mexican lucha influences, man. Because and I'm sure Kashmir could probably back me up on this. The kid really studied his tapes. He really studied the game. You know, he was on top of things, and that for a young guy getting in the business, that's important to do. And he had his bases covered. I mean, there was never a time that you really saw him fuck something up. You know, it was rare that he botched a spot, if at all, because I don't remember him ever botching anything.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of condition he was in going in that ring, I don't think he ever botched a spot. You know, I mean, I could be wrong, and Kashmir would know better than I would, because Kashmir spent a hell of a lot more time in the ring with him. But you know, from what I saw and from what I knew of him, he was just all about wrestling, dude. He really tried to stay on top of things with it. He studied and he would imitate people, and you know, he'd rib the boys. He just, his overall self, you know, honestly, he was lost a lot of times. You could see it in his eyes that he was trying to find something that was missing in his life. And I think that had a lot to do with him covering it up with being the big jokester that he was. Because he really overdid it a lot. I mean, I'm not talking like overdid it dangerous or overdid it like he pissed everybody off. I mean, he really tried to overcompensate for something that was missing in his life that only he knew about. And it's maybe Kashmir was in his head far enough to know, but I mean, I really don't think I was, because I was right there with him, you know, joking and laughing and having a good time with the kid. I really, you know, it was really hard for him to bring the walls down and let people in, you know, and he's definitely an anomaly in this business, man. There's another fucking trip like that. I am honestly, truly glad and grateful to have known him. He was a friend.
You okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll live.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Donovan. Your stories, just the way that you bring Trent to life, you know, seeing Trent through your eyes, I think a lot of fans will appreciate hearing what you said about him.
Yeah.
Thanks. I can't really paint the whole picture. You had to really just see him in action, and you had to be with him in the quiet, private times. That it was just like him and a couple of the boys hanging out. You know, that was the real Trent Acid. That was the Trent Acid that not everybody got to see, because while he did have the walls up, he was still a very, very real person with everybody. And, you know, he was a tell it like it is kind of guy, and whether you liked it or not, he was going to say it, because he didn't really give a fuck about consequences. He knew his boss had his back if he couldn't hold his own. So, you know, that was Trent in a nutshell, man. Big time. I'm just glad I know him.